Hey, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having a great day. I'm so excited to talk about this topic. I can't believe I haven't done it yet. Let's do a deep dive into Marcus Aurelius's Meditations. This has been top 3 books in the world for me. Bible, this, Simple Path to Wealth by J.L. Collins are 3 books that really propelled me into my break-free journey. The first part of the book is going to basically give a background on his life. This was the most powerful man in the world at one time. He was looked upon as a good emperor, philosopher, king. This was not a book meant for public consumption. These were his meditations. This was his journal, basically, that survived. It's broken up into books. I think there's 9 books. I'm going to go over book 1. No, there's 11. 12 books. I'm going to go over book 1 today. It's the shortest. It's called Debts and Lessons. Basically just lists people in his life, like his grandfather, his friends, his teachers, and how they influenced him. In the later books, he goes more into deep philosophy, which you can really apply to your life too. It's not meant for just study, and it's not meant for just research or debate. This is really a practical way of living. Take what works for you. You don't have to take every single part. You don't have to agree with everything that he says. I would recommend getting this book. There'll be a link in the description below. I'd also recommend gifting this book. Life-changing book. I'll get right into it. These are the parts that I underline. There's a lot left to dig into when you do get the book. And I'm not going to really try to teach really what he's trying to say or about him, but how I could apply this to my break-free journey. Number 1, his grandfather, character and self-control he learned. From his first teacher, to put up with discomfort and not to make demands, to mind his own business and to have no time for slanderers. Put up with discomfort is big for me, right? Life begins outside of our comfort zone, and life is not easy. And we have to, if we can handle discomfort, that we can handle anything that comes our way. To practice philosophy, he talks about, not just to write dialogues, but to practice it for living. He talks about how he needs to train his discipline and his character, to read attentively and not to be satisfied with just getting the gist of it. I love that. How many times, do we really consume the book and truly understand it? And he talks about, and to be the same in all circumstances. Intense pain, loss of a child, chronic illness, and to see clearly from this example that a man can show both strength and flexibility. Basically, to stay calm, to stay true in all situations, no matter what. Don't fly off the handle with pain, with discomfort, with loss, with bad breaks. Are you going to numb yourself? Are you going to turn to booze, to alcohol? Are you going to try to escape? Are you going to dig yourself a hole? I think it's truly, it's easy to be good and to have discipline and character when things are going well. But boy, when things aren't going well, are you going to fly off the handle, or are you going to practice to try to be the same person that you would be proud of in any situation? Talks about kindness and what it means to live as nature requires, to show sympathy for friends, intolerance to amateurs and sloppy thinkers, to investigate and analyze with understanding and logic the principles that we ought to live by, not to display anger or other emotions, to be free of passion and yet full of love. I starred that. Keep your emotions in check on your break-free journey. There's the stimulus, and then there's your reaction, and in between is peace. And can we work on that? Not to shrug off a friend's resentment, even unjustified resentment, to try to put things right. How often can we let little things fester with our friends and grow and feel slighted and hold it inside, and you're probably holding on to something that other person doesn't even know you're holding on to, and that thing that you're holding on to is burning you up. Try to put things right, because it's not worth it to hold on to that. to help others and be eager to share, not to be a pessimist and never doubt your friend's affection for you. You know, you could feel slighted. Should have called me, should have done this, should have done that. Never doubt your friend's affection for you. Again, self-control and resistance to distractions. Optimism in adversity, especially illness. Personality in balance. Dignity and grace together. To do your job without whining. The sense that he gave of staying on the path rather than being kept on the path. So we're on this path freely. We're on this break-free journey freely. We're on this journey of personal development and self-improvement and 1% progress every day willingly. We're not being kept there. We're staying on the path. We're not stuck there. His consistency to his friends, never getting fed up with them or playing favorites. Self-reliance, always, and cheerfulness. I know I want to improve my self-reliance more and more. His ability to feel at ease with people and to put them at their ease without being pushy. His willingness to take adequate care of himself, not to be a hypochondriac or obsessed with his appearance, but not ignoring things either. With the result that he had hardly ever needed medical attention or drugs or any sort of salve or ointment. Get healthy. Health is wealth. When he says not a hypochondriac or obsessed with his appearance, it almost reminds me of J.D. Salinger in some of his writing. Get healthy and you'll be free. Break free of the drugs, the medicines. Even back then he knew that he never exhibited rudeness, to never lose control of yourself or turn to violence. That no one ever saw you sweat. Keep cool, keep calm. Everything was to be approached logically and with due consideration, in a calm and orderly fashion, but decisively, with no loose ends. Make decisions. Stay cool under pressure. I like this one a lot. I starred this. That you could have said of him, as they say of Socrates, that he knew how to enjoy and abstain from things that most people find hard to abstain from, and all too easy to enjoy. Strength, perseverance, self-control in both these areas. And I wrote, wow, write that down. Can you enjoy and can you abstain from things that are often too easy to enjoy? Drinking, gambling, drugs, complaining, addictions. Interesting. And then finally, to wrap it up, he goes, that when I became interested in philosophy, I didn't fall into the hands of charlatans, and I didn't get bogged down in writing treatises or become absorbed by logic chopping or preoccupied with physics. It's better to live your philosophy. This is a philosophy for daily life, for every day. And take what he wrote in book 1, ponder it, think about it, pick one of those things out. Are you doing it? Can you improve on it? And do you need to start doing it? Let me know what you think. I'm excited to get into book 2. I'll give you one quick preview of the first part of book 2. And this is one of his most famous quotes. When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, today I will deal with meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly. They are like this because they can't tell good from evil. But I have seen the beauty of good and the ugliness of evil, and I have recognized that the wrongdoer has a nature related to my own, not of the same blood or birth, but the same mind, and possessing the same share of the divine. And so none of them can hurt me. No one can implicate me in ugliness, nor can I feel angry at my relative or hate him. That we're meant to work together like feet and hands and eyes, like the 2 rows of the teeth, upper and lower. To obstruct each other is unnatural. To feel anger at someone, to turn your back on him, these are obstructions. So that we have to deal with people, to not be surprised with the people who are going to be meddling and ungrateful and arrogant and jealous and surly. We're all going to meet those people, right? The world's not some utopia. We are going to meet these people, but they cannot hurt us. They cannot bring us into that ugliness. As a matter of fact, we were put on this earth to work together, so we have to do our best to work together with our brothers and sisters and pursue our journey of freedom and enjoy in the process. I hope you got something out of this first book. I recommend picking it up, and I can't wait to check out book 2 with you next.